Historic class, match racing between stock aircraft, essentially. You know, these are World War II era trainers, advanced trainers built by the North American Aviation Corporation. They built them all in Inglewood, California, as well as Grand Prairie, Texas, near Dallas. There were 15,000, excess of 15,000 of these aircraft built. There's about 150 or so still flying around the world, and we have a great number of them here in Reno this year racing our T6 aircraft. There's 19 of them here total, and they're made up of all three variants of the T6. The AT6 is the Army Air Corps Air Force version. The SNJ is the Navy and Marine version for the United States, and license built and flown up in Canada was the Harvard, which was basically all three the same airplane. And we have examples of that in all of our racing this year at Reno, and we are getting ready to award the bronze medal here in T6. This will be the bronze race, and we'll have a mix of aircraft in here too. We'll have two Navy version SNJs and 3 of the AT6s as well.
We will have that race for you upcoming. Bronze medal in T6 is on the way momentarily.
The neat thing about you going overseas, either Africa or Asia or anywhere in the world, China, is that these people have never seen this type of excitement before. They come out by the millions to watch up and down wherever you're flying, the river or wherever it is.
It is. And these people, some of them had never seen a general aviation airplane. They'd seen jets and on the TV, but to put your hands on a racer, on a Formula One racer. So it looks like the results are coming in. Looks like no cuts. That's what I'm getting from Linda. No cuts, clean race. Not official yet. This is all on hold. So it looks like a little different than I had it, but I have Josh Watson finishing number 1, Justin Phillipson in No Strings Attached finishing number 2, and Metters, the PASH national champion. He's so hungry. He'll be back again to win it. In 34, Limitless coming in number 3.
Thank you so much, Steve Temple. You great folks know that you can take a break right now as we recover our racers. If you want to stretch, a little more suntan lotion, sunblocker, lip protection, keep the fluids going in, shopping, visiting the facilities. Do it now as we roll our sports medallion fire truck. It is Rob Westenholm that won that sport medallion race. And Lancer 2000 speed was 268 miles per hour. And then we come down the line. Folks, if you're here for the first time, you know the victors get the spoils, and it's a ride in one of our vintage fire trucks. As they pass, they're in 2 fire trucks now. So as they come by, here they come from our left. Get crazy, this is a party. These are the people that entertain you going around the pylons. Love them to death, will you? Scream and shout, knock yourself out. Congratulations. Bob Westenholm, Lancer 2000. Awesome speed of 268 miles per hour. Here comes the rest of the crew. Hey, thank you to the Reno Fire Department. Big Red, we call that. It's a 1961 American LaFrance Reno, engine number 3, operated till 1986. And through the courtesy of our buddies at the Reno Fire Department, it is here to celebrate. Steve, go back and relax. Tell all your great Formula One racers how much we appreciate what they do here and around the world. Turn around and
I will,
see your
Danny.
fans.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I just cannot thank Reno enough. This has been a great run. It's been a fabulous run. And thank you for giving us your sandbox.
Here we go. Steve Temple, ladies and gentlemen. He and his racers are going to relax. Good safe here, brother. Thank you so much. Tell everybody how much we appreciate their great racers.
5 planes have qualified for this T6 class bronze medal, and this is the medal race right here.
And Tommy, as we watch the aircraft here begin their takeoff roll, that is our pace plane. making his way off the runway, and then our aircraft in this heat will medal race will depart in order here behind him. But what a great view of these historic aircraft. Now this is our pole position. Jason Carlin out of Orange County, California, the Navy SNJ-5. He calls it Vicarious.
We have had some pretty salty racing in this class between that plane right there and this one right here. Bill Musala, Miscellaneous, race 49, the SNJ-5 as well.
Well, that's our two Navy versions of the T6, Tommy. The next three competitors are all flying the Air Force Army Air Corps version. Well, this one is painted up in a marine paint scheme. Listed as an AT6, this is race 48. Brian Reberry out of Boise, Idaho. An airplane, I love this title, The Other Woman.
The yellow one there, that's race 19, Michael Sisk from Alpine, Wyoming. I love this name as well, Redneck Fury.
Absolutely beautiful airplane, and a very similar paint scheme in our next competitor. This is Lauren Marburg out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Race 73, an airplane he calls the Miss Humboldt Honey.
5 planes going to battle it out for the bronze medal here. Very, very important.
Now this airplane is really cool too, Tommy. Another T6. It is an observer, a safety plane for us, and the group at Reno, they draw a lottery, and folks put their names in the hat and they get drawn, and they actually have an observer, a passenger, a fan, gets to ride in the back, and you see the cockpit open, and there's the lucky fan for this race right there in the back. It doesn't get, you don't see that anywhere.
No.
And only here at Reno, the National Championship Air Races, do you get to see very cool things like that as part of our September family here in Reno. It's so cool.
We already have one winner sitting right there in that plane here. Well, they're going to get up and go around and get ready to descend on our race course here momentarily. T6 bronze class. We're going to award the medal here just as soon as this race is done. So stay with us here at the 2023 National Championship Air Races from Reno. Our T6 planes, bronze class, getting prepared to go.
Yeah, Tommy, we saw them all depart in order. On the left side of your screen, you see the pace plane flown by Rob Sandberg that we saw depart, and then your competitors are the next 5 aircraft. And then the observer far to the right there. And they continue in that line abreast formation. They head west from our airfield. They'll make a big sweeping left turn, and they will drop into the race course, which is our T6 just over 5 miles, I'm sorry, just under 5 mile race course. And as they do that, they approach this from a little bit different. No other class comes from the west, straight down runway 8 here at Reno Stead Airfield. And that will be amazing to see, because you get to see them drop in from the, if you were in the stands today, from the left to the right. But we've got the better view here on these beautiful cameras, taking a great up close and personal look here at these historic aircraft that played such a huge role in our history. In our success in World War II, this airplane was known as the pilot maker. It was the advanced trainer that everybody that learned to fly had to go through in that time when we were spooling up to create the war machine that actually was eventually victorious in World War II. The greatest generation. Aircraft very heavy. It's a tail dragger that has a high center of gravity. It's harder to drive on the ground, steer on the ground than it is in the air, but a lot of pilots that completed this training went on to fly fighters, came back and told their instructor the fighter was easier than this thing. Are you kidding me? But we're going to race on the 5 mile course. We're going to do 5 laps. Tommy, average speed in this bronze pairing right around 200 miles an hour. And you know, coming out of the heat race, these folks, all 5 of these aircraft were incredibly close together.
Absolutely. The top 2, race 25, race 49, 3/1000ths of a second apart. If you can imagine, so I don't know how they called that race, but they managed to somehow. And the bottom 3, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all within
less than a second.
Less than a second.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
a few tenths of a second.
Well, here's what it's going to look like. I described a second ago, coming down the chute, line abreast. The pace plane will be on the right as we look at it on the screen. Here you see the pace plane gets them lined up, says, gentlemen, you have a race. The pace plane pulls up. They drop into the chute. They have to stay in their lanes as they make their way over the runway. And then they begin those first turns around pylons 1 and 2, and then they can complete the pass after that. It looks a little bit like this here. This is from a previous race when they eventually get on course down at 50 feet around our up close, very personal 5 mile course. You can hear those beautiful engines right there. That is the 9-foot long metal Hamilton and standard propeller. Goes supersonic on the tips with the high power speed. And here we are getting set up here, Tommy. They're completing that left turn just to the west of the field. Now our pace plane is on the right. You can see our pole sitter in the dark blue SNJ next to him. And then 2, 3, 4, and 5 as you make your way from your right to your left, our observer plane in the back. Smoke on from the pace plane. That tells us we're getting close. Let's listen in and hear him adjust the lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, the road 2023 T6 racers are inbound for the course. Go ahead and bring the power forward, powering up just a little. Power is set. And bring it up a little bit.
Pace plane continues to adjust the racers to get them all lined up for a great start here, Tommy.
Guys, 19 forward and bring it up. Perfect. Gentlemen, you are released for the course.
There we go, Tommy. We're underway. This is the bronze medal race, 2023 National Championship Air Races. Our pole position, Jason Carlin, victorious, race 25 there on the right of your screen. There's no sound like that, Tommy. T6 is line abreast coming by in front of us here at the home pylon. As they make the turn, you see our leader. Race 25, Josh Carlin has the inside track. The other aircraft have to take a little bit longer way around on these first few pylons, and then they can begin to complete the pass and move in. They were able to jockey for position forward and back, but here we see our leader, race 25. Has strung out here going down the backstretch, if you will, in race order 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just as we called them when they lined up. And now they are down at 50 feet up to speed, Tommy, as they come around the far west end, pylons 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Jason Carlin in first, and precarious race 49. Bill Masala right behind, as you can see.
We've got cameras out in the desert, Tommy. We're going to get a great look at them throughout this race, of them coming up right over the top of us. That is something. Now here our leader comes back to the home pylon for the first time, completing lap number 1. And just as you said, Bill Masala, miscellaneous, beginning to make a move. Look at the speed and the overtake here, Tommy. Even back in the third, fourth, and fifth, they're bunched up too. You could throw a blanket over. We've got two groups developing, and here we see Bill Masala having to make a pass on the outside. He had that momentum on the home stretch, but Jason Carlin able to hold that inside track. They appear to be fairly evenly matched through the east end of our course as they head to the back. We'll see if Masala can gather it up again, get that momentum going, and get past him. Pass here. It's all about strategy and pilot skill. Basically stock matched aircraft right here. They're all flying the same Pratt & Whitney radial air-cooled engine. And here you see Masala on the outside trying to keep that speed up, make his way around that, but it is a longer way around. Great view of this wingtip to wingtip, shoulder to shoulder racing here in Reno.
Not much.
Masala has a little bit of momentum again. I think he's going to convert some of that to altitude. But look back here in third and fourth. We have our two yellow aircraft. Redneck Fury, Michael Sisk, and Lauren Marburg, and Miss Humboldt Honey. They are doing the same thing as they work their way around, trying to get around each other, making their way around the east pylons. Such competitive racing in this class, Tommy.
Lap number 3 of 5. This is the bronze medal class of T6. If you're just joining us, right in the middle of the race here, and a great race it is.
Look at that going down the backstretch. The one that is closest to you is Michael Sisk, race 19.
It's Redneck Fury.
And it looks like Humboldt Honey, race 73, just about to complete the pass, but they get to the pylon and got to make the turn. I don't know if he's got enough momentum. You can see he's on the outside there. They are side by side all the way around. Back to our leaders, Tommy. Still a tight race up front as well.
Jason Carlin, race 25. That's a blue one there, and Jason and Bill Masala in miscellaneous, race 49.
So let's see if he can mount a charge here. He's got the nose down. He's trying to accelerate as they come to the home pylon. Oh, man. And look, still 3rd and 4th. We got the same thing, Tommy. We still have Michael Sisk out front there. But Lauren Marburg in race 73 is making his way around. But our leaders, look on the east side here, Tommy, as they are really getting bunched up again.
4th lap now.
Just so evenly matched. They are just right together. Masala's doing everything he can to squeeze energy and speed out of this airplane. He gets it on the straightaway, but that closed course racing, as we go counterclockwise and turn left, he's got to be on the outside. Look at that. He's up even with him. He's actually got his nose in front, but he's got the longer way around. Let's see how this works out, Tommy. Through those turns, Tommy. But oh my gosh, the sound, the sights, the smells, this is iconic.
White flag, white flag.
Time around. Let's see if Masala can mount a charge. He's trying it again on the straightaway. He can get there. He just hasn't been able to get around. Maybe this last lap he's figured something out. Same thing here. We've got Sisk there on the inside track, but coming around the outside is Marburg in race 73. Headed for the last time into the backstretch.
Just doesn't get any closer than this in racing here. These T6s provide us with so much. They give us so much every race, it seems.
Well, you know, the heat race that you talked about when we started, these two airplanes through 8 laps, 3 1/1000ths of a second difference, and we're seeing it again. Here they are exactly so equally matched here. Oh my goodness, so exciting.
Don't think we couldn't have another near-dead heat there at the end of this lap, which is the end of the race.
This is pylons 4, 5, 6, and 7. The last time around, our 5-mile course for these T6s here in the bronze. We will award a bronze winner, Tommy. Look at this, neck and neck. This is so exciting. The sound, the energy, the excitement, and we're coming to the line here, Tommy. Can he do it? Can Masala do this? Here he comes.
Oh, he's
got to run.
He's getting there.
Oh my goodness,
boy.
Tommy, I think he might have gone, but look here, 3rd and 4th, we got the same thing. Can we get a run for that? Coming around the outside, that's Marburg. It looks like, oh, our camera angle, I'm not sure. Oh, that one's too close to call too. Oh, this is the only one I know for sure, Tommy. This is Brian Reberry. Congratulations to the other woman, race 48. We know he's in 5th.
Yep, we do that. That's the one we do. The rest we do not know. The race committee's going to have to sort that one. And, man.
I can hardly breathe, Tommy. This is so exciting. What a race.
They have been racing. As I say, the racing has been salty in this bronze class all week long. Let's take another look at this final.
It started right here, Tommy, with our pole position, Jason Carlin, the blue race 25. He was able to take that pole position, turn it into a lead, and he held that most of the race, but he was under fire the entire time. Back in the pack, we had a great race among positions 3, 4, and 5, but eventually it was the 2 yellow aircraft that fought it out. And then here in the front, these two, Bill Masala in the silver race 49, along with the blue race 25 of Jason Carlin. They were together the entire time. Carlin had the inside track. Masala had to bring it around the outside. Every time they got to the pylons, Carlin was able to use that advantage to squeak back out front. But Masala used the altitude, the speed, the momentum, and he would bring it around back in the back of the pack. Such close shoulder-to-shoulder racing the entire time in these 2 yellow T6s.
Race 19 and race 73, Redneck Fury and Miss Humboldt Honey, the back at the front. For a while, Jason Carlin had a tiny advantage, but certainly not enough to run away.
In the middle laps, we had a little bit of a gap here as we came by the home pylon, but now in the final lap, Tommy, this is where Masala, he took that energy as he entered pylon number 4 right here. He was able to get his nose around, and we had the same action going back for 3rd and 4th now between Sisk and Marburg. And here at the front, we see Masala making a run on him. He gets there. From our angle, it looks like he might be in front, but the radar officials are going to have the same thing here. We see Marburg making a run on Sisk. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Look at that. From our view, it looks like Masala might have won this on the freeze frame. That is truly a horse race finish. Wow.
The old photo finish, and this is unofficial right here. I'm sure the race committee is still sorting this one out. Take a look at it. Bill Masala is listed as our winner here in miscellaneous race 49. Jason Carlin, race 25. What, neck and neck right at the end. A true photo finish. Still unofficial. And for 3rd and 4th, the same situation. Miss Humboldt Honey, race 73 with Warren Marburg, Michael Sisk in Redneck Fury. Who caught who at the end? Well, we'll just have to keep track of that. We'll keep you updated on that as we go through the day when it becomes official. We do know that Brian Reberry most likely is going to wind up in 5th place, but again, kudos to these great racers in the T6 Bronze class.
Whew.